Hi everyone! Welcome to Wellness Lifestyle. I'm Cecilia, and I can tell you I'm having a little technical difficulties. Third time is a charm, I hope. So tonight we are going to make queso dip, and the secret recipe, or the secret star of the show, is butternut squash. Now, before you hang up or leave this live, let me tell you, this queso recipe is really good, and you don't taste the butternut squash. I make this all the time. I used to eat a lot of dairy, a lot of cheese, and when I make this queso recipe, I don't miss it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have my ingredient list here. Let's go through that real quick. So this recipe comes together really fast. You have all your ingredients, you put them in a blender, and then we're gonna warm it up over the stove, and that's it. So hopefully we'll get this ready for you to try out in about 20 minutes. If you don't have the ingredients today, you can always thaw your butternut squash, soak your cashew, which I forgot to do. Let me do that real quick. The beauty of going live. One moment. All right, before I ramble on, I'm going to go ahead and soak a third cup of cashews really quick. I've got my boiling water here. This just helps soften that cashew to make it a creamy base. You only need a third cup. So in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and put the ingredients in the blender as we go along. For those of you who just joined me, I'm going to show you how to make healthy, cheesy, gooey queso dip that is dairy-free. I make this all the time. I put it in my nachos. I make nachos at home. I put it in my tacos because it tastes just like it has cheese in it, but it doesn't. Trust me. Don't let this butternut squash scare you because it gives it the texture without sacrificing the flavor that we're going to add with our other ingredients. All right, so with the cashews, we have 1.5 cups of frozen butternut squash that has been thawed out. And then I forgot to grab some neutral nut milk for this recipe. So I made pistachio this morning, and I'm not really sure how that's going to taste in this queso recipe. So I've got coconut milk on hand, just in case, for moments like this. We're going to add a cup of coconut milk. You can use oat milk, soy milk if you'd like, whatever suits your palate. All right, so we only need a cup of plant milk. You can use your NutriBullet if you'd like, if you don't have a Vitamix. Any type of blender will work just fine because everything is going to be nice and soft before you blend it out. You know, I just realized I forgot to do the YouTube commercial, and if I mess it up, don't laugh at me. So I think you say something like, if you like what you see, subscribe and like my channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. How'd I do? Yeah, so anyway, that's a YouTube commercial. But seriously though, if you do like what you see, you being here with me on these lives and commenting and chatting along with me really motivates me to continue doing this because I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing it to share that inspiration with you, share some healthy recipes. So I guess a way to show that you like what I do is subscribe and like. I guess that makes sense. Now let's see. Okay, so we're gonna add our seasoning. 1/2 teaspoon of onion granules. You don't have to be precise like baking in this recipe, which is really great because I over measure everything because I like a lot of flavors and except for the salt. Well, you only want 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt. You can use kosher salt, Celtic salt, whatever you want. Let's see, just don't use table salt. That's not going to taste so good. And then, let's see here, what else we got? an 1/8 teaspoon of turmeric. So for those of you who are just joining us, we are making queso dip today. The turmeric gives it that little bit of yellow coloring like in queso without overpowering that turmeric flavor. Plus you have the anti-inflammatory benefits if you add a little pepper on top of your queso. We have a little bit of cayenne pepper. I don't like it too spicy. What's recommended is 5 dashes. I'm just gonna add a pinch just for the flavor. But if you like it hot, this is the beauty of making it at home. Make it as hot as you like. And then a 1/3 cup of nutritional yeast. This is the other star of the show. This gives it that nice umami, cheesy flavor. So guess what? Yes, I am going to overfill. 1/3 cup. Now when I was gathering in the recipes, I noticed that I need cornstarch and I don't have cornstarch. So I recommend using cornstarch if you have it. But if you don't, there's always substitutes. I have tapioca flour here as a substitute. And for that, you need a 2-to-1 ratio for substituting for cornstarch. Oh, good thing I read that. It's 2 teaspoons, not 2 tablespoons. Okay, let's go with the. So the recipe calls for 2 teaspoon cornstarch. If it's a 2-to-1, I'm going to put 4 teaspoons of tapioca powder, and this is a 1/2 teaspoon. So that means I'm going to do 1, 2, that's 3 teaspoons, and 4. Hope you guys are having a good day today. It was such a nice day outside today. Got to enjoy some sunshine, hanging out with you guys. Let's see. Okay, that's it. We're going to add our butternut squash. As well as our cashew. Let me drain out the rest of this water. I'll be back in a jiffy. I'm back. All right, so we are going to add our cashews. The last 2 ingredients are the jalapeno juice, which makes it that queso versus like a cheesy dip. The jalapeno turns the flavor into a queso versus like a cheese that you dip in. And then the other thing is salsa. So we're gonna add that last. Let me grab my base of the Vitamix. So I'm gonna blend this up until it's nice and creamy. Go ahead and put that audio down or mute or plug your ears because this is going to get loud. For those of you guys who are still here, thank you, because you will love this queso dip. Let me pull this little thing over here. This, what do you call this, cooktop? All right, I've got it right here so you can see and make sure I'm not burning anything around it. I haven't used this in a while. So we're gonna put this on medium. And I think, all right. We are gonna pour this in the saucepan and cook it on medium, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, medium heat. So this is what that looks. Oh, so much fun. Okay, guys. So you get an up close and personal look on the queso dip. You see how runny it is? Don't worry, that's gonna change. It will thicken up as you cook it. Oh man, good times in Cecilia's kitchen. Aren't you glad you're here with me? Laughing along, laughing with me I hope, instead of at me. Okay, I know you can't see this, but you saw earlier how creamy but runny it was. It will get thicker, I promise. I'll show you when it cooks up a little bit more. So you want to make sure you stir this quite often so it doesn't burn your saucepan. And you know what? Oof. I'm not going to waste this. That's not too bad. That's not too much. Not too much at all. All right, while that warms up and I'm stirring it, let me show you a trick of how to clean your Vitamix blender without really having to do any work. I'll move this over. I wish I had a bigger countertop. What will make do? Okay. So it's on. I think it's working. There we go. I forgot to hit the start button. I didn't know you had to do that. You can tell it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. Okay, now we're cooking. So, to clean your Vitamix or any blender, even the NutriBullet, when you have something like this and it's not easy to clean, it's got a lot of stuff in there, you want to add a drop of dish soap and some water halfway up, and you blend it up. So I've got my dish soap. Now let's make sure I don't pour this accidentally in the pot. That would be disastrous. Okay. You know what? I don't like to make too much of a mess here, so I clean up as I go. So you got your dish soap and your water in your blender, and you blend it up. And that's how you clean it. Most of the work for you, 90% of it's done. You just don't do that at home. Let me unplug this thing. Let's see here. So you put that in the sink and wash it with some more soap and water, but at least it gets all the grime out and less effort on your part. All right, let's check on the queso dip. You guys have any questions or any future requests, please let me know in the chat. I've got my I've got another screen set up on the side here so I can see the chat. I was having trouble reading the chats on my previous lives because it was too far away. But now I can see whenever you guys want to chat. I think earlier someone mentioned they really like that salad recipe I posted, so maybe I'll make some more of that. Oh my goodness, this is thickening up really fast, so I'm going to turn down the heat, but watch, check this out. Oops. See how it's already really thick? This is how we want it. Is that? See? Ooey gooey, I promised. Just like I promise. Here's the delivery. Alright, so it's pretty thick now. I'm going to go ahead and put it on low. We're almost done. Alright, now we are going to add the tablespoon of jalapeno juice and a third cup of salsa. This is the jalapeno I'm using today and the salsa that I like for this recipe. Let's see. Let's shake up the salsa. You only need a third cup. Oh my goodness. There we go. Third cup. Okay, this time I'm not gonna spill it. Here we go. Okay, so you want to stir that in and then add your jalapeno juice. That's pretty thick the way I like it, so I'm gonna turn off the heat. I'm just gonna go ahead and unplug it as well, just so I don't make any more bloopers. That could be hazardous. And then we only need a tablespoon of jalapeno juice. When I serve it, I do like to serve it with some jalapenos on top, just for a little decoration. But if you want it spicier, you could always add those jalapenos in after. I would not recommend adding more jalapeno juice to make it more spicy. If you want it more spicy, add the cayenne pepper or add the jalapeno itself when you're serving it. And that's about it. I'm gonna grab some chip, pour this out, and enjoy my first bite with you. And okay, one of these days I'll figure out how to show you the overview, but here we go. Let me see here. This is the consistency that we have for our jalapeno dip. Queso dip in less than, how long did that take? How long have I been on here? What, 10 minutes? Super easy, delicious. You know what? When you bring this to your friends or serve it and you don't tell them it's dairy free, I don't think they'll know the difference. Because I've tried that before and they didn't know the difference. As long as it tastes good, right? So I'm gonna move this over, grab a plate, and serve this up. Let me just clear this view here for you. Be right back. My favorite part, taste test. Well, I don't really taste test, I just eat it. Who taste tests at home anymore? Oh gosh, what a mess I made. Okay, here we go. Time for a little presentation, right? What is this right here? Okay. Here we go, check it out. Now, tell me that doesn't look good, right? That is very gooey, cheesy queso. Let's grab some chippies. It's gonna be very hot, so be careful on your first bite. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Good as always. Really cheesy, not too spicy. Gets my queso craving satisfied. Thank you for joining me today. If you like what you see, I hope to see you next time in the next live show. Until next time, be well. Bye-bye.